what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are going to be breaking down Spider-Man the Animated Series Season 3, Episode 6, Framed. Let's get into it, talk about it, hit that intro.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Brosdan Brosnan in the building. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. In this video, we are going to be breaking down Spider-Man the Animated Series Season 3, Episode 6, Framed. Our homie, the Daredevil, makes his first appearance in Spider-Man, and I believe this is one of the first times as a child that I even found out who the Daredevil was, and I fell in love with this character. Absolutely love this one. I remember as a kid, they made like a Daredevil vs. Spider-Man VHS. I rented that back in the day, and then I went and saw Daredevil in theaters, the Ben Affleck movie. I loved it as a kid. I know as we get older, it's really not that good, but I do have a soft spot for that. Kind of like how I have a soft spot for Power Rangers Turbo. The movie was kind of mid, but as a kid, I remember watching it 1,000 times and having a lot of good moments. So you can't hate on it too much. Let's get into today's video. Framed, the 6th episode of Spider-Man the Animated Series 3rd season, plunges Peter Parker into a high-stakes legal battle with Richard Fisk, the Kingpin's son, frames him for treason. The episode opens in a tense courtroom where Peter, surrounded by concerned friends, family, and even the ever-skeptical J. Jonah Jameson, faces a damning accusation. Despite his lawyer's pleas, Peter is denied bail and immediately transported to prison. However, his incarceration is short-lived. A helicopter attack on the prison van leads to a dramatic escape orchestrated by a Spider-Man imposter who knocks Peter unconscious and whisks him away. Flashbacks reveal the events leading to his arrest, a seemingly legitimate job offer from Wilson Fisk, working as a diagnostic analyst for Fisktronics. Initially seemed a stroke of luck, even allowing Peter to quit the Bugle, much to Jameson's fury. But the seemingly innocent job involved analyzing a computer disk containing classified defense plans, a disk that ends up in the hands of federal agents, leading to Peter's arrest for treason. While in prison, Peter finds an unexpected ally in his blind lawyer, Matt Murdock, Daredevil, who mysteriously receives a large retainer to represent him. Murdock, skillfully extracting information from Peter, lays the groundwork for uncovering the truth. The episode shifts to a suspenseful confrontation in an abandoned warehouse where Peter discovers Richard Fisk is the true culprit, having framed him with the help of the chameleon, the imposter Spider-Man. Trapped in an airtight cell, Peter is rescued in the nick of time by Daredevil, who reveals that Matt Murdock believes in his innocence. Daredevil's superhuman senses led them to safety into a meeting with Murdock, who shares fragments of his traumatic past. This includes his father's involvement with the Kingpin and the accident that blinded him, sparking his transformation into Daredevil. Murdock's narrative, however, only reveals part of his truth. He admits his training with Stick and his own enhanced abilities. I kind of like how they did that. He told Peter all the stuff he could tell him as Matt Murdock, and then when he left, he went on a tangent telling us about Daredevil's life, which was awesome because a lot of kids watching this were meeting this character for the first time. Meanwhile, Mary Jane and Anna visit Aunt May and discover May's sudden illness, adding another layer of urgency to the situation. The episode culminates in a thrilling showdown at Fisktronics between Spider-Man and Daredevil, who initially clashes, believing Spider-Man is the culprit. They stop a final attempt to destroy the evidence before the explosion ends their confrontation. The thrilling cat and mouse chase leaves the fate of Peter Parker and the Kingpin's conspiracy hanging in the balance. What a good episode, and tomorrow it's going to lead us into part 2. I'm excited. I've been enjoying Spider-Man so much more than reviewing Power Rangers Turbo lately, and it's not because I don't like Power Rangers Turbo or I don't like Power Rangers. Just Spider-Man has a special vibe to it. The storytelling, the high stakes, the character development. There's so many cool things here. And I'm not going to lie, when I was doing the Power Rangers Zeo reviews, I felt like this. I felt like there was a lot going on here, but then I have to watch Spider-Man and then review an episode of Turbo. And there is a huge contrast, man. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not shitting on Power Rangers Turbo. I'm just saying, Spider-Man is that special. This is a good one, and it just keeps getting better. Some of those shows that have multiple seasons, I'm used to like the first couple seasons being good and then the show just gradually getting worse and worse. I feel like because they laid all of this groundwork and introduced all of these characters and stories in the first couple seasons, then now they're getting to all of these crazy stories that are even better because everything is laid down. They don't have to build much anymore. They're just giving us new characters and adding on to it. It's awesome. But let's get into some trivia and notes from Spider-Man animated fandom. This episode, And the Man Without Fear, was intended to be a backdoor pilot for a Daredevil cartoon. The series was put on hold to coincide with the 2003 Daredevil movie. However, the Daredevil series was eventually canceled. Oh, that makes sense because there was that VHS we were talking about in the beginning that had Daredevil's face and it had Spider-Man on it. Maybe that was their tester and they didn't sell enough of those. I wonder why it got canceled. Mark Hoffmeyer revealed in an interview that Framed and The Man Without Fear are two of his favorite episodes. Oh, they're so good. The production staff from Spider-Man the Animated Series got a note from BS&P asking them to remove the horns from Daredevil's costume. The staff working on the episode had to explain to BS&P that he was a daredevil, not the real devil. For anybody out there that's wondering what BS&P is, that is Broadcast Standards and Practices. It is a department at a television network that is responsible for the moral, ethical, and legal implications of the programs that the network airs. Interesting. So at first, they were getting calls from the people up top like, hey, you can't be doing that, dog. You got a devil in there, and we know the Christians are going to eat us up about that. And he's like, guys, it's not a devil, it's a daredevil. That's actually hilarious. Let's get into some more. During the episode, Richard Fisk alludes to the fact that Peter's parents, Richard and Mary Parker, were also traitors to the U.S. government. This would further be explored in the Season 5 episodes 6 Forgotten Warriors Chapter 1 and 6 Forgotten Warriors Chapter 2 Unclaimed Legacy. Season 3 had 14 episodes, but only 8 of them dealt with sins committed by fathers. This episode dealt with the sins committed by Jack Murdock. Jack Murdock turned to a life of crime, which was part of the reason that his son, Matt Murdock, lost his sight. In the comics, Kingpin did not kill Jack Murdock. In the comics, Jack was murdered by a wrestling organizer who fixed fights. His name was Roscoe Sweeney, but was also known as the Fixer. These are some pretty damn good notes today. We got one more for you. The version of Stick that appeared in this episode is a much younger version than he is usually portrayed in the comics. I noticed that Stick is supposed to be like an old grumpy man. He kind of reminds me of a way less funnier version of Patches O'Houlihan or whatever his name is from Dodgeball. That was like, you could dodge a wrench, dodge a ball, like was just being a complete asshole to these guys. Kind of like that mentality. Old dude, and I'm gonna give you tough love and make you one of the toughest son of bitches around here, all right? But hey, what are your thoughts? What a good part 1. I can't wait to review this tomorrow. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, and Roderick Hare. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan-exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now. And you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.